43. 43 monsters. Ugh, let's just get this over with. Rare Theramine has the lowest maximum coin production of any rare monster. No idea why. When Bone Island first released, the loading screen somehow got changed to this. Flores's monster portrait is shaded differently than the actual monster. When Magical Nexus first released, Flufly's shadow flipped. Rare Bonkers released the week before the Thumpies remake, which is funny, because Bonkers is the only other monster to come from the Thumpyverse. Gob has a bite force stronger than the Nile Crocodile, which itself has a bite about as strong as a pressure washer. No, not that kind of pressure washer, the industrial kind of pressure washer, the ones that cost thousands of dollars. Yeah, Gob can bite stronger than that. While plenty of monsters are both a vocalist and instrumentalist, Pekina's the only one to not do both in one track. Which monster is hippity and which one's hop actually depends on the monster. How does that work? Is it like first come, first serve? When Rare Popette released, it used an old design in the Book of Monsters. The other Densha is not a sibling, it's the other half. Whatever that means. When Phosphor and Phlox first released, Bulbo got its playing and idle animation swapped. Squad occasionally opens its eyes while it's muted, probably to keep an eye on the playfid. Juggler is based off this concept for Weedle, I guess? Also, its Rare uses the balls from Canon Chaos from Playground, and all of its default names are people who worked on Playground. The cherries on Hollow's head are a reference to Team Cherry, the developers of Hollow Knight. Get it? They've referenced Hollow Knight with Hollow after this, so that's cool. It was a leaf at first, so who knows if any of this was intentional. Pluckbill was originally intended to be a Bone Island monster, and it didn't have a mouth. The cool thing about this, though, is that when they made the Rare, they got rid of its mouth. What? This is more surprising, actually. When Whimsy's first released, a lot of people thought they were the colors of the, at the time, 4 Pomely members. This was just a coincidence, but that makes a lot of sense, since these 4 colors are very common together. But we're not done yet, because Rare Whimsy's released, and the colors still matched. Well, Rare Ruba wasn't out yet, and green was left, so Rare Ruba would be green, right? Zeester can be pronounced as Zeester or Zister and still be correct. One of Giger's default names is Kahoot. Rare Deja Jin was supposed to be released on June 4th, 2025, and first available on June 11th, but it was accidentally made available on June 4th for an hour. Does Rorik's skull look familiar? No? How about now? The eyes and nose are nearly identical to Tort. The only real difference is that the head spikes are farther up on Rorik. Now, Celestials can't die, I think. So whose skull is this? Tort's cousin? I don't know, they've never acknowledged it. If you put this sound from Doma into a spectrogram, you can see Rare O-Stacks. Knucklehead was originally going to be a Dawn of Fire monster, called Cube Hands. Rare Knucklehead also has a tiny little speck that has still never been noticed somehow. Try to guess what monster concept Capricorn's based off of. If you guessed Woolabee, you're stupid, it's Globe. During Extravaganza 2025, you were able to get a Rare Spy Trap from the scratch ticket. But, since Rare Spy Trap didn't exist yet, the game would just crash. You can see Ruba's eyes in the Paranormal trailer. Rare Ruba is also the first, and currently only monster, to get a costume before it's common. When Tutu first released, it didn't have an idle animation, only its track 3 animation. Wither's instrument is called the Lyrodocus Rex, which I'm probably not saying right. While the Rex comes from T-Rex, it also means king in Latin. And wait, is it called T-Rex because it's like king of the dinosaurs? Oh my god, it is. Screw my singing monsters facts, we're learning about everything. As I was saying, Rare Wither's instrument is called the Lyrodocus Regina, which is queen in Latin. Cantarell's Magical Nexus track is the shortest track in the entire game, at only 4 seconds. Winnie wow, winnie wow wow, winnie whoa no, winnie wow, winnie whoa no. Rare Uduk was the 18th rare added to Nexus, and since Stair Shaper has a connection to the number 18, that's cool, I guess. I'm sorry, Uduk fans, the wiki gave me scraps. Rare Bridget's bio says that it wants Fairy Island to turn green. This was probably hinting at Cloverspell, since Fiddle came out only 2 months later. I mean, technically the Cloverspell skin was still a year away, but who was like, oh yeah, they're gonna make the St. Patrick's Day skin red. In Mindboggle 2024, Periscope went from this to this. Progress. The long part of both band jobs is called a tendon in their bios. But tendons connect muscles to bones, meaning it's correct on the rare, but not in the common. Fiddlement was the first ever monster to change its shadow. Clavinat and Periscope have the same likes. For some reason. I mean, they're both bugs, I guess? Nah, that's not good enough. You're joining Carlong and Noggin. While a monster's elements usually never make complete sense, because I've tried, it's hard. Get that out of here, it's not time yet. G'day is the only monster with the light element to have nothing to do with light. It couldn't have been that hard to just make the eyes light up, right? It's also the only brass monster to not be in Dawn of Fire. Larvalos has the longest fail time of any triple in the game. That's because the magical single with the shortest wait time is Flores, and Larvalos doesn't have light. Fronley has a typo in its bio, which means it's automatically the worst monster ever created. The Crescendo Moon trees are actually planted by Mushaboom. The monsters with nothing interesting suck, because some guy's favorite monster is Mushroom Boom, and another day is ruined. Gloptic can make your brain physically itch, which sounds awful, actually. Bloat was super quiet until July 2022. Rare Pikachu's crystals are probably quartz crystals. While Yelmet and/or Flamox were the first 2x2 quads, Platy was the first one added to the main game. The end is in sight! Okay. If you exclude classes like legendaries that aren't going to get variants, Enchantling is the oldest monster to not have a rare. What do you mean the rare came out while I was making this? Okay, so that was wrong, but now we have the rare. Rare Enchantling has passed up Epic Monculus as the monster with the longest breeding time, at 2 days, 14 hours, and 30 minutes. Also, since I've gotten comments about it, breeding time is not incubation time. I know Rare Candelabra takes almost 4 days, but you can't breed it. Also, as a side note, I was completely right about this thing being slime green. Between this, the Psychic Titan Soul, and Adult Galvana being a basketball player, just call me the My City Monsters Oracle. That's stupid, don't call me that. That was way shorter than I thought it would be. That kind of sucks. There was not a lot to pull from for most of these, and if there was, it was short. Oh well, though, I'm sure you guys don't care about how long the video is. There's a very good chance that the last 3 classes are going to be merged into one for the next facts video. I don't want to do Titan Souls, Primordials, or Paranormals until they're done, because then the video will just be outdated. So, see you all next time for what will temporarily be the last episode. I say that, but I'm sure I can make fact out of something else. We'll see.